I don't have a lot to say about heliconias at the moment, but boy, are they bizarre looking things sometimes. I'm here in the rainy season, and that's a great time to see heliconias blooming here in Costa Rica. You can see them all over the rainforest. They've got about 30 different species here, most of them in bloom around this time. These colorful and weirdly angular flowering structures coming in a bunch of different colors and shapes. Great places to watch for hummingbirds too. They grow in clone clumps like this, often a little bigger in the rainforest, but even just one or two clumps can sometimes be enough to feed one hummingbird for a day. So if you sit and watch at these clumps here, you'll see dozens of hummingbirds coming throughout the day. You'll also notice in certain species, like this one here, that between the bracts that kind of hold the flowers, you'll have little pools of water. And these are great places for flies, mosquitoes, and beetles to lay their eggs and just have their larvae begin life and grow up in. This seems to kind of help the plant with the larvae defending a little bit against bees and other birds that come to drink the nectar without actually pollinating. A nice bonus, that protection. But that said, sometimes those larvae go overboard and end up getting into the flowers and eating the nectar themselves. So mixed results there. You win some, you lose some. Nice flowers though. Or, well, I guess these aren't the flowers. These are just bracts holding the flowers. The flowers are kind of nondescript. Nice bracts though. This plant here is sometimes used as toilet paper. In fact, that's the only Spanish name I was given for it, which was a direct translation of toilet paper. It's one of the better toilet paper leaves I've come across, but it could use a few improvements. In terms of softness, I would rate them 4 kittens out of 5. Generally pretty good, but some of them are a bit bristly. For durability, no complaints there. I would rate this 5 bricks out of 5 without reservation. Actual scrubbing powers where it falls a bit short, I would only rate it 3 ShamWows out of 5, but that might depend on pre-existing conditions. Now, this is a tasty one here, culantro. Not cilantro, but similar to it. Tastes almost exactly the same, but a bit stronger, and even better in some ways, because like cilantro, you cook it a bit, and the flavor goes away. This, that doesn't happen, even after quite a long stewing. This is sort of the America's answer to cilantro. Cilantro comes more from Europe, Asia, and Africa. This actually comes from the Americas originally. And I was curious when I first tried it if this would also taste like soap. There's a genetic thing where with cilantro, some people, I think about a third of people, taste it like a soapy flavor, whereas the other people taste kind of a citrusy flavor. I'm not sure exactly because I'm in the soap category, but I'm one of the rare examples of someone who tastes it as soapy but likes it still. It's one of the tastier soaps. But I was curious if I could taste in culantro what other people taste in cilantro. Turns out no, it just tastes like a stronger soap, but still a tasty soap, so I don't mind. Now, one interesting thing with this, its scientific name is Eryngium antihystericum, and that comes from its traditional uses to treat conditions like epilepsy. And there's actually been some promising research on this front. That's still preliminary, but it has shown some initial promise as sort of an anticonvulsant agent. So, more research is needed, but a good lead nonetheless, and a tasty one at that. Good soap. This here is a beehive ginger. Now, a lot of people mistake this for shampoo ginger, which has kind of a similar flower structure, which you can just kind of squeeze water out of the gaps between these bracts here, and then use it as shampoo. This, I mean, it's got pools of water with floral scents in them. Do they also work as shampoo? I couldn't find any confirmation on that. So, well, I don't feel any cleaner yet. Hold on a moment. Well, I'm not sure if it's any cleaner now, but my hair smells great, and my wife loves me more, so I think that's a success.